Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, X, Blue Sky, and of course, our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. Please subscribe. We appreciate you. All right, well, Jonathan Majors seemingly admits to strangling his ex-girlfriend, Gracie Jabari, according to an audio conversation exclusively obtained by Rolling Stone. According to Rolling Stone, the conversation was recorded following the days-long fight between Majors and Jabari in September of 2022. As previously reported, Jabari filed a civil suit against Majors, alleging that he had been violent towards her on multiple occasions, including an instance when he slammed her into a car, dragged her home, and strangled her. Though the suit has since been settled, the surface audio tape reportedly captures the moment that Jabari confronted Majors about the alleged attack. In the audio, Majors can be heard stating he aggressed Jabari and that he was ashamed that he had never aggressed a woman before. Jabari goes on to state that Majors strangled and pushed her against the car, to which he replied, "Yes, all those things are under aggressed. Yeah, that's never happened to me." In late 2023 trial, Majors was found guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and harassment following a different fight with Jabari that took place in New York. He was arrested in March after a year for allegedly attacking Jabari and leaving her with a fractured finger. So, do you think this audio? I'll start with you, Shaq. Do you think this case is already done, or do you think this may add more to the fuel?
Well, one, I have kind of heard some of this audio. Jonathan Majors have kind of, to me, seemed a little unhinged. Even from like previous cases, I think it might just hurt him. Honestly, I mean, it's just the climate that we're in. You know what I mean? I just feel like, um, first of all, why did he? I really didn't understand. Like, why is this? Why is he talking about it? Can we clarify?
Apparently it was an audio that someone had been recording while they were talking about, while they were arguing or talking about it, and he was saying that he was upset that he had never done that to a woman before. So where he was saying it didn't happen when they were going through court, and
Right.
he's admitted on this video at that time that it did happen.
Again, why is he even talking? Like, I just don't understand the conversation in itself. Like, why would you knowing who you are, all of these things? I just think that they just got to make better decisions. I don't excuse any of the what happened. If he's admitting to it, I mean, it's definitely gonna hurt him. Think you do the crime, you do the time, but to lie about it, it's definitely gonna be something that they're gonna use against him.
Mm-hmm. And Brittany, he seemed to have been kind of ostracized by Hollywood. Although I heard he potentially has a role coming out that he's working on. Do you think this will hurt his chance of rebounding from this whole case?
Hope not. I think he has some talent. I do think he a little weird for my taste. Like, I don't even see what Megan Good seeing him, especially when he did that Django dance to whatever song that was. Y'all saw that when he was with Megan?
He's a little
like, yeah, he a little weird for my taste, but he's a great actor. The weird ones sometimes make the great. So I hope that that he can get past this. But what we have seen, like, they are still crucifying Chris Brown. So I mean, like. And we've all forgiven him. Like, we're all ready to move on. So, and that was a Black woman, and I don't know, this might be a little different. So, I don't know. I hope not. I was kind of looking forward to seeing that Marvel character that he was playing. I know he kind of hoping for that role to come back. That was a big deal. Like, he had got on with Marvel. That really be making or breaking. And that because he didn't follow through with that, we had to get Black Captain America, the Winter Soldier guy. Like, and I don't even really like him. Anthony Mackie was not a good Marvel character for me. Like, I don't like that movie. So I was disappointed that, when it was his time to step up, all of this other stuff came to light, and I just kind of feel like, that's what they mean when they say preparation meets opportunity. Like, you got to make sure you stay on task. But yeah, success, because you never know when that door gonna open and you gonna have all of this other stuff going on and miss up your time to shine. And I really hate that for him. Because I did see the trailer for that movie, and that movie looked so good. And I cannot think of the name of it.
No, it's very true. You gotta be careful who you allow in your life and what you're doing, what you're doing in your extracurricular time. Because like you said, this was his moment. He had these back-to-back movies, huge franchise, and then it all just went away, so
And then the person record and I don't want to sound like it's just excusing what he did, but it's just like we in this climate today where you really can't, like, people always trying to like record you and do all these things, and I'm
Check
like,
her something. Like she in the video, she was chasing after him, antagonizing him.
yeah.
Like, and like y'all are saying, like, be careful who you around. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like the fact that she chasing him down and he got to turn around and like get aggressive, like
Yeah.
she being provoked. But
right, exactly. But you know how that looks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Like, I
Mhm.
don't even understand. Like, the people around you should have been saying, "Look, shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't talk to nobody about this. Don't trust nobody. Just
Mhm.
shut up. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to me, and we'll handle it." But yeah, the fact that he did and it was caught, I just don't think it's gonna be. I don't want it to look good, but I don't think it's gonna be good for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, Universal Music Group has filed a motion to dismiss Drake's lawsuit over the promotion of Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us," arguing that Drake is suing out of frustration for losing a rap battle and taking legal action to salvage his wounds. Uh, the motion, reviewed by Variety, claims that Drake provoked and willingly participated in the rap battle, but instead of accepting defeat, filed a lawsuit against his own label. Plaintiff's complaint is utterly without merit and should be dismissed with prejudice, the filing states. The document also highlights Drake's past stance against using rap lyrics as factual evidence, noting that less than 3 years ago, he signed a petition criticizing such practices. Drake was right then, but wrong now, the motion argues, calling his claims as an attempt to save face after alleged loss to Lamar. Universal states that Drake's defamation claim lacks merit, claiming it's unfair to expect the label to promote his diss tracks while criticizing their support of Lamar's. So they're pretty much saying that, 3 years ago you said that lyrics shouldn't be part of a court case, and now all of a sudden you want to sue because you're saying we did this. Do you think they have a point, Brittany?
I don't know why you came to me, because you know how I feel about this. Drake count himself out. I completely agree with Universal Music Group. If they want me to come testify on their behalf, I would. I would be like, he is dead wrong. Like, in the audacity, like, if you don't like Black culture because you got your butt hurt, like, don't try to be a part of it. I'm sorry. Like, this is like calling the cops
Mm.
on people. Like, come on now, we don't get the white man involved in our arguments. Like, you know better than that. Like, if this is what you wanted to be a part of, you called out Kendrick, and now you're suing people. You just cannot. I don't see how he gonna come back from that. And y'all argue me down that he gonna come back, but he won't let this go. And that they don't even like. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I do not see it in Drake. I do not. And not his behavior after, not during. I don't see none of it.
Yeah. Shaq, what are your thoughts?
I just didn't think he was just. I mean, just let it go. Take your L and just go. Like, when I seen it, I was just like, "Oh, it just looks even worse for you now." Like, just stop. Like, it's honestly it's comical now because it's like, where's all this? Where the other energy at? Like, and I feel like that's what they were saying, like, in so many words, dressed up. You just said this like 3 years ago. So what is
Mm.
energy coming from? Like, can you not take a
He
loss?
can
Like,
never go back to that Drake. Like the Drake he was, you can never get on the record and talk shit again. You
he
can
should have
never.
never did in the first place. That's the thing. And that's what people kept telling him as the beef was continuing. Like, hey, Drake, let's not get involved. Like, I know you may look, the thing was he was looking, because he beefed with, like, he was talking about Future. He was talking about a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like they didn't even go in on him, like, they didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? They kept it light. But you looked at Kendrick like, oh, this boy ain't about, because of how Kendrick is and what he raps about. And it just felt like, oh, I can just pick with him. He should have left that alone. Now it's just looking like you just taking L after L after L. And I mean, yeah, I know we argued about that, Brittany, but it was more on the premises of like he would just let it go. You know what I mean? Not just this continuing downfall. And I'm like, okay. Like I thought you were gonna take your L and just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
hear
like,
just let it go. Just stop.
but Shaq, like even this new album, it just be like he's lost the momentum. It's like the Drake momentum he had. The
Yeah.
moment Drake on your record, everything was hot and you heard it on the radio a million times.
Yeah.
I like that right now. And I know we get our music in other ways and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
maybe he should have sat out longer. I'll give y'all that. If he had waited this out a little bit longer,
I definitely
Yeah.
think you should have.
Yeah.
maybe. But that
And pay
probably make
attention to
your
the
album too
trends.
soon. Like it was too soon.
Yeah, and you should have paid attention to the trends because we are in like a trendy absorbed music era now. I mean, he does have some catchy tunes that are like, that's going around TikTok and things of that
Yeah.
nature. But nothing on the radio.
That's true. All right, well, looks like things will be coming to an end for Forever's 21 U.S. locations after the company filed for bankruptcy for a second time since 2019, excuse me. According to NBC News, the clothing retailer is set to close U.S. stores after filing for bankruptcy. The operator of Forever 21's U.S. Unit cited competition from foreign fast fashion brands, increasing costs, and economic challenges as some of the reasons for its decline. As of now, the company's website and U.S. locations will remain open as it searches for a last-minute bidder for its assets and begins settling down operations. The company listed its assets between 100 million and 500 million and liabilities of 1 billion to 10 billion. In 2019, Forever 21 first filed for bankruptcy. However, the COVID-19 pandemic only heightened its struggles. Authentic Brands later bought it out of bankruptcy. Forever 21, isn't that a woman's store, Brittany?
Well, they do both now. They used to just be women's, but now you
Okay.
can have men's. You got kids. They got
Okay.
it everything now. So
So how do you feel hearing this store could be closing?
I'm devastated. But a lot of the clothes that I grew up buying as teenagers, like I was a Charlotte Russe, Booyaka. That was back. I don't know. I know Houston had it. I don't know if Atlanta had it. That Forever 21. Those are all my like teenage story. My teeny when I was going to the club, like 19, 20 years old, on a Friday night, we would go there, like, and we would get our clothes and our outfits. So it's real sad to see them. But like, hopefully, like, it was sad to see Toys R Us go. Hopefully, these stores can like rebound or find another way to get their merchandise out. I hate to see stuff go away. Like Toys R Us was devastating for me because I was like, I don't know how I was gonna go shopping for Christmas now, but
Yeah,
the same way with all these other stores. I just hope that I know that the brick and mortar might not be the way to
that's
do
the
it. Now
issue.
you
Yeah.
can, yeah, like now you can buy off of TikTok. I didn't even know that. Like
Mhm.
you can go on a TikTok store. So hopefully
You
they
took
find
our
other
shop.
ways to get their stuff out. So, they don't go fully away.
Yeah.
I
So
think affordable clothes are important. I do think that.
there is, like you said, especially like a high school student who, wants to go out,
College
get you a nice little
students.
shirt. Yeah,
Yeah, you can go find you some shorts for $15. Like
Yeah.
college students really be needing that stuff.
Right, that's true. Shaq, what are your thoughts on Forever 21 possibly closing?
Yeah, it's sad to see them go. I may have gotten a few things out of there from time to time, but I kind of actually started seeing a decline of the store too because, at some point it was just the quality kind of went down. Um, and then once
It
the
became very
quality,
Alibaba.
uh,
It became very AliExpress.
it did. Like it was just like you didn't get the quality, but also too, the prices was kind of like, like I can sleep kind of go online and get the same thing better quality.
Mm,
So I usually would go like if I'm just out shopping, I usually just kind of browsing it, but it would be very quick. So
mhm.
I mean, like Brittany said, it is sad to see it go because like Forever 21, Rue 21, like that was That was
Mhm.
like fresh out of high school. I mean, you get your little shutter shades, you get your you get your graphic tees, you know.
Yeah.
They have like in high school, you used to stay in Route 21, Forever 21 too. But I do think that like once adding on to what you were saying, Brittany, affordable clothes, especially for men, is very important. And when I tell you the culture nowadays, these kids don't. You mentioned Forever 21 to these kids, they be looking like, what?
Right.
Oh yeah,
What?
everybody designer right now. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
what? Oh, it's designer
Yeah.
all down. Like
Mhm.
these kids, they don't care if
Fake
even
or
if it
not,
is
fake or
knockoff. They
not.
don't. Yeah, like they don't want that stuff, and that's why I feel like it may have something to do with it.
That's
Where
true.
we are
That's
and the
so true. I
culture
didn't think about
and fashion and being forward and things of that nature. Because, like I said, back in the day, we would like there was some affordable, trendy
Mhm.
things in Route 21 back in my day. We're talking like '07 to '09 type deal, right? But now I can't tell you, like I said, I've been in there. I don't see really, you can't even really buy like cool joggers or anything in Forever 21. So it's just sad. And I'm just like, that's why there's nobody in here.
Right.
it. We were more humble. I
We
mean, I'm
were.
you check, but we were more humble. Like us going out was like we got dropped off at the mall and we was there all day. Like we would be there all day, walking around, shopping in the food court. Then the mall was in front of the movie theater, and you'll walk to the movie theater in your new outfit
The
and have
mall was just a one-stop shop. Like it was
Yes,
a
like we
one-stop shop.
were, but now, like you said,
Uh-uh.
everybody gotta be Balenciaga down, them sock shoes. If I see one more pair of them sock shoes, they are like, oh my goodness. And so the teenagers nowadays, they be pulling up in
They want
Benzes.
their true religions. They
Mhm.
want all of
Yeah,
that. They off-white. Like they
they
want all of
want
that. And that stuff is
them
not cheap.
Lambin sneakers or with them sneakers with them big old laces. Like,
Oh, the
yeah,
Margellas. They
yeah,
want everything name brand. Everything.
they
Yeah.
don't appreciate the struggle, the upcoming. So.
And
Let's
that's why,
let's
yeah.
This is his last story real quick. I won't do it all, but Harvard is coming through for people who need it the most. The Ivy League powerhouse just announced its major shift that could change lives across the country. Starting the 2025-26 academic year, Harvard will offer free tuition for families that make under $200,000 a year. Students from middle class and working class families finally have a shot at attending one of the most elite schools in the world without drowning in debt. This announcement comes as the heels of ongoing discussions around higher education, accessibility, and affordability. Now, for a lot of families who thought Ivy League school was out of the reach, Harvard just kicked down the door. And for even more relief, families earning under $100,000 a year won't just get free tuition. They're getting a full package: tuition, room and board, food, health insurance, and even travel costs. Now, that's not just a scholarship, that is a full ride. Now, Harvard's move is about way more than just saving money. It's about creating an opportunity and building a more inclusive student body that reflects the real world, not just the 1%. So, this is, they've been talking about how expensive college is these days, and you see a lot of people not even enrolling in college. Um, do you think this will help people get an opportunity to get Ivy League education if they're smart enough to attend these classes? What do you think, Shaq?
Yeah, I do think that it's a good thing. I think that, I guess it took all of this to happen to kind of, get this going, I guess. Um, I would love to see the statistics on how many people apply and don't get in.
Mm,
I do feel like that, the verbiage there suggests that, we're offering it, but what about the acceptance? You know what I mean? Like if someone, especially someone of color, um, applies, has the credentials. I mean, we see this all too often, right? We all, not even just in education, just in the workplace and everywhere. People who have the credentials, they're great, they have the resume, they pass all the tests, and they still just don't get in. So, when I read that, I was excited. I think it's a great opportunity. Someone, I'm pretty sure, will get in, and I think people need to realize that everyone won't get in.
right.
Um, just the realizations of things, just kind of bringing it back down a little bit. But overall, I think it's a great opportunity. But we'll see, moving forward, what those statistics look like. For people of color, and also too for female, who are applying and have what it takes to get in those Ivy League schools and actually get that full ride.
Yeah. What can you say after the first year? Next year is the first year that they'll be enacting this. Brittany, what are your thoughts?
I agree with Shaq. I do think I want to see the demographics of who's getting this tuition waiver, and the demographics and the statistics on what it looked like for the population that's getting in and all that other kind of stuff. And then also I feel like hopefully it starts a wave. Like I do think that associate's degree should be a part of free education. Like you should be able to work your way all the way up to at least in an associate's degree to at least being like the opportunity of getting free education. Like it should be incorporated into another part of, high school or coming out of high school. You should not have to pay to go to a community college to get an associate's degree. I do feel like that. Now the bachelor's, especially because so many people are coming out with bachelor's, like it's becoming another high school diploma. Like at least give people the opportunity to get that advancement as well. Because there are some people that can't even afford to do that and go to a community college. So I do think that we missed that notch there. And, maybe even look into possibly doing certain, bachelor degrees or something like that, just to advance our nation's education system and community and like the economic gap and stuff like that. But I think that like hopefully if this university is doing what they're doing, that others will follow suit and look into other ways to advance the next generation. Because with the inflation and Trump in office and the tariffs and all this other kind of stuff, like let's iron sharpen iron, and let's bring the next generation up and educate them and bring in the next people. I mean, because we already looking at people that are suffering from the pandemic. That are suffering from yes, so they're suffering education from there, from being stuck at home. Then they're suffering from the idea of the PPP loans and the stimulus check. So nobody is valuing education no more and going to get these degrees. Like nobody's coming out as teachers or anything like that anymore. Like they don't value those blue collar jobs. So let's look towards ways to incentivize people to go to school and learn those things. HVAC is another one. Go to a trade, get a trade. But there's so many things we could look at doing and finding ways to provide affordable education and just to advance our community.
I agree.
And to your point too, Brittany, but just want to throw this out here. Trump says that he want to kind of make sure those jobs stay here, but he also says that he loves the poorly educated.
Exactly.
So, it's just I agree wholeheartedly with you, but it's just like look what Agent Orange is saying right now. It's like oxymoron city.
Very true. Well, listen.
So you down there taking our Statue of Liberty down because of the education.
Take it down, take it away, because it makes it FAFO.
Can't give it back yet.
FAFO. Just take it away and see what happens. Let's see. He think the people across the water is playing, but they not. So
you gonna see Shaq with a hard hat. I was seeing in the news. Man tries to take down Statue of Liberty by himself.
Well, listen, y'all. Thank you so much for Hot Topics. Shaq, where can we tune into the podcast?
Yes. Official LBC podcast, Instagram, Twitter. Instagram, YouTube. Don't go on X. Boycott it. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You can also find me, Shakir Rashan, on Instagram, and I'm Shakir Rashan on TikTok. So check us out and check me out.
All right. Back after this.